I've come to the conclusion that people like Narinder Kaur, etc., they're all professional race baiters. There's no other reason to excuse why they get away with saying such vile rhetoric against white people. People like Narinder Kaur, Dr. in brackets, Shola Moss, Yasmin Ali, Bayer Brown, and others who are creeping out of the woodwork. That's what they do. They are afforded precious time on television, on the radio stations, to constantly slag off this country, which they have adopted as their home, and our people. And they get paid quite handsomely for it as well. They've written books, etc. So there is money to be made out of hate, and these people are doing rather well. Now, Narinder Kaur is currently in a spat with none other than Tommy Robinson on Twitter, and it all stems from the St George's Day celebrations in London. Now, if you don't know who Narinder Kaur is, she is basically constantly being wheeled out on GB News and Talk Radio. And I think it says a lot about Talk Radio and GB News that they will always have race baiters like Narinder Kaur on their television programmes to constantly hate on Britain and demonise white British people and blame us for everything that's gone wrong. That is effectively what she does, and she gets away with it. And they would rather have her on than someone like Tommy Robinson. They will have people who will slag off Tommy Robinson to the hilt, yet never have him on to defend himself. I think that's disgraceful. So anyway, Tommy Robinson posted as he does on Twitter and social media. Well, he's only allowed on Twitter, isn't he? I think he's on Rumble as well. But he posted stuff about the St George's Day celebrations, and Narinder Kaur quickly jumped on it by trying to say there were no black people amongst the revellers, when in fact there were. And when Tommy Robinson pointed that out, well, she didn't want to know, did she? Well, she pointed them out as, I mean, this is quite insulting, token black people. And she got away with it. I mean, the authorities, right, they don't hold people like Narinder Kaur to account. If it was some Caucasian fella or woman saying these things about another race, then, you know, they'd be turning up at their doorstep, mob-handed, armed to the teeth, and they'd be dragged down to the courts and prosecuted before you could say the Met Police are corrupt bastards. But there we go, two-tier policing, folks. And she's still on there now, rowing with him, and she's spouting things like the so-called white privilege, etc. And yet here she is, a non-Caucasian woman, enjoying celebrity status and wealth in a country amongst people she hates. I wonder why she gets away with it. And there we go. I'm past 49. Thanks for listening. And until the next time, Roger Trout.